Keep it 100 Oklahoma High School Sports on this Sunday early afternoon. We got everybody in the house today. Lord bless us. Thank you, Jesus.
Goddamn.
What's going on, fellas?
Nothing.
Not much. Same old.
What you got bubbling over there?
I got a little Frosties for the grown folks, but you can't see that on the show.
Oh, okay.
Even though it's called Keep 100. But hey, we do have a new beverage out. If you not tried it,
actually looks pretty good.
It's called our Starburst. This is our cherry flavor we got.
Trying to hand it to you.
Yeah. Here you go. You giving my little job a little shout out. Zach,
nice, huh?
Kaylor, and Holly do a great job with our Sparkling Ice, one of our non-alcohol, but it's right now it's hot as hotcakes, folks. And if you have not tried them, go try them. We got all different flavors. There you go, giving free advertisement. But guys, what's going on? Anything good?
No, it's basketball season.
Basketball. Yeah. You know, we talk about basketball season, and that's what you can see. We got the basketball on because we got we're gonna have a couple guests on today. We're gonna have head coach from Midwest City. We're gonna finally have him on. His team punched their ticket to go to the state championship. Then we're gonna have, I think, right now the hottest team in high school basketball is the Lady Eagles over there with Coach White. Played at Midwest City alumni. They went and played college ball at K-State. We'll have her on and talk about her team. They started off slow, but hey, what's the song go? Started at the bottom. What?
Now we're here.
And that's what Coach White's going to say. I think she's the hottest team, but we'll talk about all the teams that made it. This year they do it kind of a little bit different, guys. What they do is, so, you know, if you looked at, you know, on the notes I sent out, you know, PC, Edmond Memorial, Owasso, Mustang, PC North, Bigsby, and Edmond North girls, they all made it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they won't know the order till 2 o'clock today because of how they seeded. So they got 8 coaches, I think, and so out of the 8 coaches, say that you and E have an alliance against me, and you can vote me number 2, even though I could be number 1, but you can vote me number 2.
Why they do it like that?
I don't know. It's a good question. To me, you know, I think you put the top, you know, you go by record.
Just go by record.
Yeah, I think that's how you should do. But only thing is, like, you know, Booker T gets beat in the boys. I think it's the.
Know what that sounds like?
What's that?
There's athletes on one team and we can't beat them, so we're gonna change rules to.
I don't know that.
They need a.
Sounds like some old school stuff.
They need a committee that's not comprised of the coaches that are
you
also.
Know, when I was talking to somebody last night, they said what happened is that you got a lot of these coaches don't know nothing about a team, but they
exactly.
Vote. And so,
but they what?
The Mustang head coach, girls head coach, when we had her on, she talked about
Coach Bass. She did punch her
Coach
ticket.
Bass, yeah,
punched her ticket to the girls state championship. So, like I said, it's kind of exciting though. I got a chance this whole weekend. I set myself in the gym yesterday. I think I was there from 1 o'clock to about 9:30 last night.
Oh, he went to work.
I went to work.
Did you get paid?
I didn't get paid.
Oh, okay.
I did get a hot dog and
for free?
No, I didn't have to pay.
Man,
I did get in for free having that Keep It 100 pass.
Oh, okay.
Saved me $10, and I watched some of my friends pay to get in. If you bring your kid, your wife, and
adds up, huh?
Ooh, it adds up. By the time you leave, there's like $40 to get in, and another $30 at the concession stand, and they did take debit.
Did not, huh?
Did not. So I had to get cash out.
App?
No cash app, nothing. You had to pay cash.
What school was this?
This is Piedmont. I want to give a shout out to Piedmont real quick since we are talking about it. Great facilities, folks. If you're looking for, and I'm not trying to promote anybody, but if you're looking for a nice home in a nice school, Piedmont is where you want to be.
Take yourself north, huh?
It's nice. I mean, you talk about Deer Creek, you talk about Edmond, but Piedmont is doing big things, and their athletic director was over there, was the Goose. He's taking his talents to Choctaws. We talked about it earlier in one of our shows, but he kind of showed me around, man. It's a state-of-the-art facility. You know, they're moving up from 5A to 6A. 6A small in football. So I'm just telling you, man, there's some nice homes out there, some $1 million homes like yours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so me, no, I couldn't move out there. You know, let's have some $200,000 homes. Just keep it at 100.
There's something out there.
No, there is. But right now, we're going to take our talents to Carl Albert Middle School. And then
who's we?
Zoe Johnson.
Zoe's taking her down.
Well, you know, I still got to get her there and pick her up, though.
No,
you know about those deals.
That's HR.
HR takes to school. I'll pick her up.
Okay.
But Big E, what's going on? I see OU open up their new softball facility.
Yeah, it's really cool. You know, I drive past it every day on my way to class and just kind of seeing it, you know, getting built. That's probably the coolest scoreboard in all of sports. It's shaped like the state of Oklahoma, and then you have like you have the score by inning and like the panhandle, and then you got the player profile and the bigger part, and then down below you got like how many strikes or outs or like
Don't they
the
got a
pitch
time
count
clock?
and stuff.
I saw the
Yeah,
time
pitch clock. They got a pitch clock on
there. Are they doing
there.
the pitch clock in college too?
I guess so.
I didn't know that. I just saw
Yeah.
that the other day.
So I mean, it's pretty cool. I wish I would have been able to go out there for the opening, but had to work and everything. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna go out there to at least a few games this season for sure. Looks like a really cool place. Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, just you think about the way that women's sports is going. It's on a higher pedestal than it's ever been before. That's with softball. That's with women's basketball, women's gymnastics. Just the women's sports are just on a higher pedestal, and I think that's a really good thing. There's a bunch of talented women out there that deserve to have their talents on display, and and I think it's really cool. And OU's kind of the leader in the house across all women's sports. I mean, their women's basketball is doing good. I mean, they lost one to Kansas the other night, but OU women's basketball is doing good. Their women's gymnastics has been good. Women's softball has been good. Golf, tennis. I mean, if you're a female student athlete, OU's the place to go no matter what sport you're playing. So it's just the coaching and the facilities and the opportunities,
and they put more money into the women's
right.
Like,
and now you have a woman running their NIL collective, and she came out and said in an interview like one of her biggest things is to make sure that the women are getting their piece of the pie too. Just making sure. So I mean, that's really cool stuff going on at OU, and I started going to school there at a good time. Being a sports reporter and everything there. Lots to talk about, a lot of cool stuff. So, yeah, it's awesome.
So you got really that Barry Switzer hat on him.
Yeah, I don't know.
Actually,
this is from from a brand called Dime
Gibbs.
Life, and
Got that Gary Gibbs.
but it's man, what's his name?
Gary Gibbs.
No.
Oh.
Roy Williams.
Owens?
Roy Williams. He
Roy
promotes
Williams.
this. Yeah.
he did
Roy
have a
Williams
throwback on
promotes
it.
it.
I guess he thought it was Throwback Sunday.
No. Hey, Throwback Sunday.
No, I like it. But folks, real quick, before we bring any of our guests on and until we jump into this basketball, because that's what I got the basketball on, because it's the road to the Gold Bowl. I know Gold basketball. I know some of the teams has already punched their ticket and claimed their championships. Big E, if you can you pull those classes up? Class A, Class B, C.
Ooh.
I think everything else will take place this week
The
from
wrestling
6A to
the wrestling bracket.
Yeah, the wrestling bracket. It'll take place from 6A to 2A. But I want to give a shout out to UCO's men wrestling team going down to Indianapolis yesterday and wrestled in Division II.
I got the
Division II 4 regionals, and then took care of business. They sent 10 wrestlers. I think all top 10, not qualified, but 8 qualified, but all top 10. Either finished 1 through 4th. I think they had 7 champions, 1 second place and 2 fourth place. So congratulations to those young men. Congratulations to my son winning his second in a row, his third going to nationals. His freshman year, the COVID year. He went 0-2 last year. He finished up 7th in the national team, won a national championship. As we speak right now, he's ranked number 3. He went undefeated this weekend. He needs to go take care of business in 2 weeks, spring break. So we'll be spending our time down there in Wichita, Kansas, watching him. Hopefully he can win a national championship. We got a lot of family and friends going down. So, if Gabe Johnson, text him good luck. Send him some NIL money, anything you can do. But like I said, congratulations to those 8, men that punched their ticket to get in the nationals, and those 2 other young men that wrestled really, really good and got beat in the first round, and worked their way back to the blood round. If anybody knows wrestling, the blood round is pretty tough. But congratulations to Coach Stiley. I know he got his 100-something win, and just having another title. Division II title, for our regionals is big time. I know he's looking to win another championship. OSU's wrestling team is doing good. OU still kind of struggling, but they got a new coach, so hopefully they get that thing figured out with John Smith. They took a beating last week against Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State took a beating against Iowa last, but Iowa and Penn State, they're just different kind of breed. And Smith is doing good. He still got some young guys. I think he'll lose Fix out of his whole starting lineup, but he'll still have a bunch of guys come back. Dustin Plott, young man I'm looking for is a young redshirt freshman, the Williams kid out of Owasso, Collinsville. wrestling at 149 is wrestling really, really good right now. So OSU can get some guys that, I mean, they will get some guys at All-American, but maybe get a couple national championship. OU, I don't know if they have anybody on the staff. They might be able to get a couple All-Americans, but, next week is the Big 12 wrestling championship, so you'll see what goes on there. Jonah, I know he just started flag football last Sunday. We'll be doing 2 teams. We'll have an 8th grade team and a 9th grade JV team together. So we'll be busy on Wednesdays and Sundays coaching those young men up and trying to get them better for their situations. What does that team kind of look like, Jonah?
We got some talent. First day of practice, I mean, just going off what I see, body types and hand-eye coordination. Got 2 or 3 good receivers. Quarterback's pretty good. But we'll see.
Yeah, I didn't get to make it last week because Zoe had a 3-on-3 game. Then she went out to a Super 16 to try to make that team, and she did punch her ticket to make it to the final selection. So congratulations on her and some of her teammates.
Where was she going all dolled up the other day?
She went and got her hair cut yesterday.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
She met me at the games, and Joe is kind of like if anybody. I have to say, Zoe, Annabelle, and Brindley, they're basketball junkies. They can stay in the gym all day, all day. And they watch the game. It's not like they're running around and running to the concession stand. No, they watching the game and like, oh my God, why'd you make that pass? Oh my God, why'd you do this? So it's good to have that. I call Zoe. Ever since when I used to coach, and she's kind of like the little girl from
Remember the Titans.
Remember the Titans. I mean, she's sitting there yelling at the TV. South Carolina and Tennessee's playing, and she's like, why'd you make that pass? So it's good that you do have an athlete. I do like when she gets dolled up like that, though. So my baby girl is growing up on me. So that's good to see. Not only she's an athlete, she's a beautiful queen, and she's good in the classroom.
Where she get the classroom from?
Nah, she probably got that from my uncle.
I'll
Jerry.
take it.
But y'all ready to bring on the guests real quick?
Yes, sir. For sure.
Wait a second. Let's go through the 6A real quick though, boys and girls. So, folks, like I said, this is not in the order. These are the top 8 teams that made it to the road to the gold ball. I don't have a gold basketball, but I do have Wilson's on the table.
Got the Wilson.
Got the Wilson.
What's that movie?
Castaway.
Castaway. It was a volleyball, though, right?
Yeah.
Volleyball. But in the girls, the top 8 that made it was PC West, Evan Memorial, Owasso Mustang, Coach Katie Bass, congratulations her, PC North, Bigsby, Edmond North, and Sand Springs. Edmond North is favored probably to win it again. They're 2-time state champions, looking to win their 3rd, but PC West has knocked them off. Edmond Memorial got a couple girls that's going D1. Owasso, on the other side of the state, always good. PC North, Bigsby. Bigsby at one point in time, I know they had started, a couple years ago, had all freshmen. I think they all graduated by now. But as you can see in any of their sports, they're always tough. But Edmond North will be the team. Sand Springs, you got to watch out for them. They got a great little point guard. They can get up and down the court, man. So it's put it back on us, not the UCO wrestlers. But Sand Springs, it could be a team that can do some damage. I think they knocked Choctaw out, which is funny. Choctaw goes undefeated in the regular season, right?
Gets bounced in the first 2 games.
And then they lose.
Sounds about right.
It just happens.
Choctaw way.
You silly. Yeah. But, you see they get knocked out, the first round. But Coach Shane Hogg's daughter, man, I know she's improving every game. Mallory, I think she's going to be a player to recognize here in the next few years, what she can do with her talents and where she takes them. But I think Shane has said his boy Titus, I think that's his name. He's just a freshman, but I think the kid's standing like 6'8". So
yeah, he's tall. I mean, Coach Hawk and his wife are both tall.
Yeah,
like their kids are going to be tall and super athletic. So
ready to the coach the other day, he had kind of talked about Shane's son. He said this young man got a chance to be a Power 5 in all 3 sports: basketball, football, and baseball. So that just tells you the kid's just a freshman, man, and he can sling a football. And he could throw a baseball. So
is he set to start next year? Or no, isn't
You still got Steele. I'm not still, but Williams, Cash,
and then you still had the
young quarterback
that they had
Landon
move in from Guthrie.
Yeah, Landon. So you got Landon, but I mean, Williams and Landon both. Put Landon at tight end, put Williams at
Gonna have to
H
have a
back,
little
and then
QB
put,
competition.
and put Hawk. Hey, I'm keeping it 100. Chop. I'm trying to help you get a gold ball. So listen to what I say. Carl Albert. I mean, they sometimes they listen to what we say. But I think, like I said, I think Tata girls, sucks for them to go undefeated and get beat out in the first 2 games. So
Still a good season. Good
season. But got nothing to show for you. But 6A boys, you got Union, Edmond North, Deer Creek, Edmond Memorial, Norman, Wasso, and Broken Arrow. As you can see, Union has a pretty good team. And then, you look at Edmond North. I think they won it 2 times in a row them also. So be really interested to see what happens in the 6A boys. And this is about no order. If I had to pick, I think I'm gonna go with Union to win the boys state championship in the 6A boys. And I'm gonna go with Edmond North girls to win the 6A girls. But the big thing about it, Moore was a better team, and Westmore beat them yesterday to get in. So Coach White, I guess with whatever you're doing over there, man, if you guys don't know who Coach White is, he's a new head coach for Westmore Jaguars. Guys, I know people probably didn't believe in this guy, but if you start looking at his staff, who he has on the staff, you're going to start believing him. When you can go get a Dobbins from Tulsa that played at Tulsa, one of the best DB coaches here in the state. We've had him on the show a couple times. I'm telling you, man, when you got a
His
guy like that,
coaching resume,
yes,
he's got dudes at D1 level. He's got dudes in the pros. But yeah,
you talking about the football coach?
Yeah. Coach Dobbins.
Dobbins, man,
He used to be a DB trainer.
He's a DB trainer, man. I went to him. A lot of guys went to him. He's probably as good as Clay Mack in this state. Clay Mack's a Texan. He's out of Oklahoma, but
so you saying keep my talent at Westmore?
I'm just telling you, when you got they picked up OU's receiver Iglesias as their receiving coach, man. I mean, now you're talking about guys that played in the NFL, that's played in college at the highest level, played it in a team in Texas. So you're looking at what Coach White is doing over there. One, he's trying to keep those kids to stay at Westmore, and 2, I'm telling you, folks, I love me some Zoe, but Coach White, I have Westmore like Bigsby. Give him a few years, I'm telling you.
Think he'll stay there?
Hey, he's home now. His wife wanted to come home, and she's home. Her family's at Choctaw, but shit, Choctaw and Westmore ain't that far apart, so he jump on 240 and get to work. He was in Wyoming, but I'm just telling you, mark my word, man. He's gonna do big things at Westmore. Hopefully Zoe do big things over at Lawton. But I'm just telling you right there, those gonna be the 2 big key factors. We're gonna bring on Coach White, the Lady White of the Lady Eagles, and then talk to her a little bit about what Dale City got going. Started off slow, now they here. Then we'll have Coach Noel from the Midwest City Bombers on real quick. They both gotta be at the seating meeting, so we're gonna get them on real quick. After what?
One of our sponsors.
Keep it at 100 Oklahoma High School Sports on this Sunday afternoon.
With 25 years experience in the industry, Linex Customs OKC is your one-stop shop for all your vehicle accessory needs. Specializing in spray-in liners, lifts, levels, wheels, tires, bed covers, and anything else you need to make your ride look and sound better. Call Eric and the boys at 405-778-8878.
Welcome back to Keep It 100 Oklahoma High School Sports on this Sunday, beautiful Sunday afternoon. We got some good weather, folks. I know everybody's out there playing in the grass, but Coach White said, wait a minute, I got one more week before I go touch my yard because guess what? I punched my ticket to go to state. Congratulations, Coach White and the Lady Eagles.
Thank you.
Well, Coach White, man, as you know, as a basketball coach, as a young lady that played at Midwest City, where me and my brother Jonah, Big E's he's not an Eagle, but he's a Yellow Jacket. But you know, as a Bomber, and with the tradition, then going playing college ball at K-State, coaching these girls and trying to get them to where you was back in your day. What's it been like? Because you started off slow, but like I told the listeners before you came on, now you're here.
Right. It's been long, but we've been preaching that from the beginning of the season. We know it's a long season, and we always say we just want to be playing good basketball at the right time. And so I think that's what we're doing, and it's starting to click. We know, at the beginning of the year it was a little rocky, it was like a roller coaster, but that's why the season is long. And so we said as long as we keep getting better and we keep learning, it's all going to be worth it in the end. And so I think we found that out yesterday. that going to state punching our ticket, that it's all worth it as long as you stay the course and keep doing the work every day.
That's it, Coach. That's 100% because like I said, you started off slow, and when people probably look at your record, when you guys go to that seating meeting, I was sitting around last night trying to put, who's going to be 1, who's going to be 2, who's going to be 3. But I tell you right now, and I said this, I don't know if you heard my show a couple of weeks ago. I did something. When I tried to get you on Wednesday, I know we failed, but I got you best. I got you on a good day, Sunday, the Lord's Day. So
we here today.
That's it. So, but what I'm saying, I was telling people the other day about the game. And I watched you in that Carl Albert game. The girls, you could tell they're starting to click. You could see it. And I told Coach Jones, we'll talk because his niece is on the team and he likes to follow girls basketball. And so I kept telling him, I said, man, Del City, they're there. When you watch them play Midwest City that night, and now you got all your pieces back. You got Sasa, Shelby. Shelby, the last 2 games she's played lights out. And that just tells you right there what she can do. There's not a lot of teams with a 6'2" girl that's athletic that can catch a basketball and plus block your shot. Sometimes she ain't got to jump. She just not like yesterday. She got a foul. They should have never called that foul. It was a volleyball block. The girl kind of went into her. She didn't go into the girl. But another story said. But when people start when y'all do that selection today, I'm telling you right now, nobody wants to play you guys right now, Coach. And I'm being real because I've seen a few games of you. Now, if you watch you the first time you played Mississippi, I was like, oh, man. Because last year I said coming out, man, if they bring everybody back, they're gonna be a team to beat when y'all beat Carl Albert last year during regular season. But if you look at it right now, you guys are playing outstanding basketball. Sasa, number 4. I don't know all the girls' name. I know Shelby. I know
Raina Lewis.
all these young ladies, 22. I think she's just a freshman. I don't even think you got one senior in your lineup. And you're starting to see these girls that they know what each other's at. Yesterday, I'm telling you, Sonny is probably still trying to run around and get away from your young ladies because they couldn't get open yesterday. So tell us a little bit about the game, Coach, yesterday.
That was the plan, was to come out there and defend like we haven't defended all year. And that's our identity. We try to preach on and harp on defense every single day. Like we spend more time on defense than we do offense because we know offense will come. Like you said, I know I have a point guard in Sasha Hunt who can find a way to get a basket. As long as we stay within our offense, I trust the girls that we have to go out there and make baskets. But defense is where we want to make our presence known, and that's exactly what we wanted to do with Shawnee because they got girls that can shoot. When they played Carl Albert, I know they drained probably 7 or 8 threes. Even when they just played El Reno, the score didn't tell it all, but they hit 4 or 5 threes in the first half. And so our game plan was to come out and not give them any space and let's just smother them. And so that way, we came out, we did it, and I think that was one of the most disciplined defensive games we've had all season.
I know you got to do that seating meeting here in a little bit, and I know.
Can you elaborate on it? Because I'm not.
Yeah, can you tell us about the seating meeting? Because we're all kind of confused.
Okay, yeah. So normally it's always an East team versus a West team, and this year is different. They're having each team go through and seed the other 7 teams without ranking yourself, and so. Everybody sent there in the rankings this morning, and so there's a good chance that we could come out and we could play another West team. Unlike years in the past where any team coming from the West, you automatically going to play a team from the East at first round. But because everybody is seeding this year, like we can come out and we could get at Carl Albert first round, a Midwest City first round, or El Reno. So there's a good chance that could happen. And like you said, it's I don't know. I tried to seed it to the best of my ability without playing politics, and so I tried to seed everybody. How I thought it should be seeded, but we'll see. Like I said, that means that too, and so we'll see. What the matchups look like.
I know you've played some of these teams already, like El Reno, Midwest City. I don't know if you haven't played El Reno, but Midwest City and Carl Albert, I know you played them. And I know you probably know a little bit about, everybody talked about Booker T and they talked about Tahlequah. Tahlequah gets knocked out, supposed to be one of the best teams in 5A girls basketball. Mm-hmm. I know a lot of teams are probably kind of happy they're knocked out. But, if there's anybody on the board, which I know right now you guys are playing outstanding basketball, is there anybody on the board that you look at like, man, not saying, hey, I don't want to get them, but, you got to, whoever they draw, you got to go get them. But is there any team that you kind of look like, hey, this could be a dogfight?
I feel like any team from the East is always going to be a dogfight just because we are not familiar. with one another. And so it's just one of those things where we never know. We look at the scores and on the East, they've all played each other and they've all beat each other. And so we don't really know what we're gonna get. And I mean, we know that Midwest City, it's always gonna be a dogfight with Midwest City. We're rivals. Same thing with Carl Albert, and El Reno is undefeated right now. And so I think they're the only undefeated team in the state tournament. And so it's one of those teams like El Reno is rolling. But then you have Booker T, who just came off beating one of the best teams in 5A. And so, they got that momentum. So it's one of those teams where it's like everybody right now is a tough draw first round just because, Booker T's rolling at the right time. El Reno's undefeated. We're clicking at the right time. And so I think it's one of those where it's just like we get who we get, and we just gonna go do what we do best.
That's it. Take care of business, the Eagles way. But when you look at, you talk about Will Rogers, the team that's been there. Sapopa, was Sapopa in the championship last year?
Yes.
Did they win it or did they get beat?
Yeah, Sapopa won it last year.
Now, do they have a lot of those girls coming back, or they just kind of, they kind of played in one of those kind of? And I hate to see it, Coach, and you know it. I don't think you played in a weak district, but some of those districts, man, and I'm gonna speak highly on that because you look at a team that's in 6A, they go undefeated, and then they get to area tournament, start playing some other better competition. Now they sitting at home watching the games this come Thursday night.
Sapopa's schedule, like they were first in their district, but they've played Coweta, who made it to state. They beat Coweta twice. I think they played Booker T early in the year, the Tournament of Champions. And so they brought most of the girls back, like their core group. They did. Their best player graduated. She's playing at OSU right now. But they have her little sister who's a beast, and she's going to be really good. I think she's a junior or a sophomore this year. And so Sapopa got that, they got that championship experience. And so I think that's something that's helping them around this time of the year. They've been there the past few years, and they know what it takes. And they did finish first in their district. So, yeah, I think Sapopa is definitely they're not even a sleeper at this point. It's like they won it last year. They're not a sleeper. Yes. So everybody knows Sapopa's coming to play.
Yes, that's it. Well, Coach, I mean, I know you've coached at Dale City. Is there any other places you've coached at when you got out of college, or was Dale City your first job?
So right after graduating college, I came back and coached at Midwest City.
Bombers, baby.
I was there. yeah. I was at Midwest City for 2 years, and my second year, I finished the year out as interim head coach. And that year we actually did make it to the state tournament. And one of the coaches on my coaching staff played for me then, Chelsea Odes. So I coached there for 2 years, and then I went to Redlands Community College for 2 years. And then Northeast, which is now class in SAS, I was there for a year, and then Dale City ever since.
Okay. So, like, out of the years that you've been there, I know you said you was with Midwest City, but the years that you've been at Dale City, is this the first time you punched your ticket being there? Or, is it kind of special, or how's that kind of work out?
This is my second time going to state at Dale City. And a lot of people don't know because that was COVID year.
COVID year, yes. That's
And so that year, I talk about it, with the girls and just kind of let them know, like make people remember you, because that year we beat El Reno to go to state, and that was my first year going to state with Dale City, but we didn't get to go play. They canceled everything while we were on the bus getting ready to drive to Tulsa.
Oh, that's messed up.
And so everything that year, like our boys, our boys get remembered because they were number one in the state. Yep. They had just won it the year before, and then COVID hits, and everybody kind of remembers the boys not being able to play. But we made it to state that year too, and so this is my second time going, and so it's special because, I want people to remember the girls, remember Dale City girls basketball. Sometimes I think we kind of get left behind, but like I said, we were good 4 years ago when we went, and then we're good now. And so I'm just like, I tell the girls, like, make people remember you. That's what it's about.
Well, Coach, before we let you go, talk about some of the players that that's has made a big difference. Turn the season around. Like I said, I know you started off slow, but I think right now you guys are the hottest team in 5A basketball, girls basketball. I don't care what anybody say. I know people probably argue with me on that, but I watched the last few games, and I'm just telling you right now. Especially if you play defense like you did yesterday, it's going to be hard to get shot off, man. And the good thing about it, you didn't have a lot of girls. Shelby never got in foul trouble, and that's been one of her biggest keys through years that she gets in foul trouble. And I kind of said something to her a couple of weeks ago. I said, Shelby, you got to quit getting those silly fouls. I know you preach it all the time too, Coach, but I said it to my own daughter. Like, sometimes, man, you can't. I know you want to steal the ball, make a big play, but sometimes you got to let it come to you, man. Don't force it. That's it. Don't force it. But if you can, real quick, tell us about some of the players that you have that does makes a big difference.
I think the biggest thing is that we have a lot more depth than we did last year. I have Raina Lewis coming off the bench, and that's number 4, and she's one of our leading scorers off the bench. And so she's that spark that we need. Everybody that's that sixth man. That's the role of a sixth man, is to come in and provide the team with something that, something different. And so Raina Lewis has made a huge impact coming off the bench for us this year, because she could easily be a starter. But she helps us so much coming off the bench, and I think that's a threat to a lot of other teams. So Raina Lewis has been big. Like you said, Shelby Thornton playing down low, playing smart, being aggressive on the boards. That's one of the biggest things for us, because not many teams in 5A have a 6'2" post.
Yes, ma'am.
So we have that advantage already, and as long as Shelby is active on the boards, offense and defense, it creates a lot of opportunities for us. Then we got Sasha Hunt, who can handle the ball, bring the ball up, can catch and shoot. She can make plays, and defensively, one of our best defense, or like you said, our freshman Ariana Bryson. She's young, but she works so hard, and she does exactly what we need her to do. And she doesn't care about the stat sheet. She doesn't care about scoring. She wants to go out there and just play hard and do what we ask her to do and do everything right. And then Mackenzie Smithers, she's been big, and she's a sophomore. And yesterday she played the past 2 games. She's played some of the best defense I've seen all year. Yesterday we had a matchup with Shawnee's best girl, and I think she kind of set that tone for us early.
Yep.
By keeping her shots limited and making her take contested shots and just making her feel pressure. And she did the same thing against Elgin. She was able to apply pressure. She's not a post player, but she defends post really well. And then we have people on the bench that we can go to when we do need a longer lineup, like Malia Purifoy. She can get out there. She's 5'10", and she's long and active.
Is that number 21?
That's number 0.
Oh, 0, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. She's a good little player too, yeah.
Yep, and then number 21, who's a freshman, and she's long and active.
Man, she's long.
On defense.
Shirley Christmas.
And she's just energy, and she is just like the energy. Like whenever we need just a quick burst, she's gonna go get a rebound. She can go guard one possession. She might guard 5 players, but she's gonna bust her butt doing it. And so, like I said, I think we're deep, and that helps us this year, just because. A lot of times you get this far, you might be playing 6 girls, maybe 7, but there's games where we can go 8 or 9 if we need to.
That's big time. And one thing I like what you just said, you talked about the young lady that could start and she comes off the bench and she has a good attitude about it. And nowadays with so much AAU and everybody wants their buckets and their name on Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat and whatever else is out there, MySpace, but these kids now, they're so worried about their stats instead of me just saying, hey, let me be a team. Because I think basketball is a team sport. It takes, like you said, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10 girls to win a championship. But some of these girls are all, and I see it all the time, and luckily, fortunately, sometimes I think my baby gives the ball up too much, but she's gotten better and she's worked on her jump shot. So I think now that she's not so scared to shoot the ball. But I love it when these girls that have that kind of attitude, as you're talking about your 6 man, that she's coming in with no attitude, and her parents could be griping and bitching and moaning because my baby should be the starter. Oh, you's looking at her. Duke is looking at her. Whoever's looking at her. But you know what? Guess what? I learned a long time ago. Coach Will told me this: if your baby's getting starter minutes, why complain?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the game, if she's in the end of the game covering the best girl or making plays, why complain? Let it play out. Now, you know what I'm saying? And hopefully you don't have to have none of those conversations, because I know we all do as parents. I'm a parent. I mean, believe me, I've griped and moaned about things, but right now, nobody should be griping at Coach White. They should be clapping and cheering. I'm glad Dell City punched their ticket. Like you said, this is very special. I think I said I'm going to say it again, and I said Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, and hopefully you can hold that ball up. People get mad at me.
Hopefully keep on saying it till Saturday.
Saturday, and Coach White, you've done a great job with these young ladies. I've watched you the last few years, been around the program, and seeing what you started at, and I know you was going home frustrated because you got the pieces to the puzzle to win it, but everybody ain't doing their part. Now they're starting to believe, and sometimes I've heard coaches say, trust the progress, and I think these girls are doing that now. And that's why I think they're playing great ball. But, Coach, I'm going to let you get back to your thing, man. I'm glad you got a chance to talk. Man, good luck to you. When's the kickoff? Thursday night? Is it Thursday night or what night do y'all kick off?
It'll probably be Thursday morning. Actually, I think 6A might go Wednesday. Some 6A girls. But, yeah, we go Thursday, and it'll probably be Thursday morning afternoons when we kick off.
Man, when did they know the bracket?
It'll be this afternoon. We'll have this afternoon.
This afternoon, yep.
One thing I want to say, though, before we get out here, parents, if you're an Eagle, Carl Albert, Dell City, Midwest City School, be like Crossing, be like El Reno, be like Guthrie. Come out and support. I have to say Dell City did a good job on the girls and boys side. But some of these other schools, man, you're not coming out. Come out and support these kids, especially on a Saturday. Saturday.
Yeah.
I mean,
show the kids love.
That gym. Hey, I'm telling you, the other night I watched the Crossing game. And Carl Albert game. Crossing brought the whole Edmond.
That's their football, though.
They brought everybody from Edmond.
He's everybody from Edmond.
Everybody at Edmond. Nobody was at Coral Spring. Everybody was at the game.
He said Coral Spring.
And then same thing with El Reno. Same thing with Guthrie. The town shuts down. And that's what it's all about, man. That gym was so loud, coaching. That Piedmont gym, it's a nice gym. It was so loud in there, man. I felt like I was at an NFL game. It was just screaming and just cheering. And
it reminds you of that's what the high school is supposed to be about.
That's it right there.
Everybody in the city is supposed to come support their high school sports.
Come support. But, Coach White, good luck. Go take care of business, and I'll see you either Wednesday or Thursday, okay?
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Bye. That's Coach White, the head coach of the Lady Hot Eagles. Yeah. They flying high. I'm telling you, folks. I'm telling you, man, that defense yesterday.
Smothering.
Man, it was like, it was bad. The girl frustrated.
Well, a lot of that depends on the refs, too.
Yeah, and they let them play.
They may tighten up this week.
My fault. They let them play, man, and that's what it's all about, man. You at the point now, they have, what she said, they got a 6'2" that can go. When she wants to go, can't nobody stop her. The girl is a D1 prospect, but she's playing. She's starting to play like, I know the game. Before she would miss layups, and there's still some things. She's just a junior, so there's some things she still can work on. When you got a girl that's 6'2", that can run up and down the court and block shots and make buckets, and shoot good free throws, and that's the good thing about it. Dell City's young, and she got two girls I didn't even mention that's going to be coming up next year, McAllister and Parrish, two 8th grader girls that's going to be able to help them out. And think about coaches. Listen to what I'm saying real quick. Before we bring Coach Noah on. Listen to what I'm saying. Get it back on us. I put it on that. 6 bound.
Uh-oh.
Y'all know what that stand for?
I'm not here. It is.
You will study. There you go. You know what that stand for, Big E?
I don't.
6. Midwest City.
6 Middale schools?
Middale schools are going to the ship. Going to the ship. That's big time.
All 3 schools, boys and girls?
All 3 schools, boys and girls. Andy Collier, give yourself a hand.
Andy didn't do nothing. What did Andy do?
He hired some good coaches.
He just guessing.
He guessing. Just pull their name out of
I'm just messing.
But I'm saying, that's big time. Who else can say that? Big E?
Nobody.
He don't know. He watching softball.
He watching softball. Who winning, Big E? Give us an update.
Louisiana's up by 1 run.
Against OU?
1-0. Yeah.
It's
bottom of the second inning.
OU's going to get beat, guys. And I hate to say it. It's going to happen.
They don't have the pitching.
But like I said, 6 bound. 6 teams going to state. 6.
Yep.
Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, but 6. And LeBron only got,
going.
3?
What's after 6?
7.
Oh, okay.
I got the team.
No, what you about to say? Coaches, listen to me.
Listen to me, coaches.
He forgot.
No, thank you for bringing me back because this is a good one. What did she say? I play what?
All her depth?
I play freshmen.
Oh, yeah.
Some coaches, I'm going to wait. I'm going to let them develop. No.
That's how you develop.
You
Real.
play him.
Right.
Get him in the game. What she said, I can go 8 deep. Some coaches going 7 deep. So if your big time player gets in foul trouble, can you hear me good, E?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If your big time player gets in foul trouble, like she said, Shelby's her big time center, but number 0 is long too. They can play down low. And number 21, I'm telling you, she's just a freshman. She gonna be a defensive stopper by the time she leaves Dale City High School. But what I'm saying is that coaches play these young girls, get them ready for the playoffs. If they make a mistake, don't take them out. Now they make 2 or 3. Because I see girls as a juniors and seniors and sophomores make a mistake and you leave them in the game. Why? Next girl up. Next man up. Quit being scared of parents. I said this the other day on my show. If they're going to leave, they're going to leave, right?
You're right.
I mean, if they either like you or like the team or whatever, these kids are leaving. I'm seeing it so much now. I seen kids last night playing on the team here. Now they playing on the team here in the same season. I'm going to play football over here. I'm going to go finish my basketball career over here. But I might go run track over there.
Yeah.
It's happening. And guess what? OSSSA ain't doing nothing about it. So if it ain't broke,
Don't fix it.
That's what I got to say on that, man. Play these young ones. If they're ready to go, put them in. Find out. Who cares if she's a junior? Who cares? She's work hard. Hard work pays off. That's all I got to say. Hard work pays off. We'll be right back after one of these quick breaks.
Man, Dad, all this crazy weather has gotten our roof and gutters all messed up.
Good thing we know some guys over at Rain Down Roofing and Gutters. They can inspect and repair your roof and gutters and get in contact with your insurance company in 72 hours or less.
Call Jay Hunt at Rain Down Roofing and Gutters at 405-473-0674. No job is too big or too small for Rain Down Roofing and Gutters. Welcome back to Keep It 100 Oklahoma High School Sports. We try to get a hold of Coach Noel. He's not answering, so hopefully he'll call us back. You know, Coach Noel is kind of like, when somebody owes you some money, you try to call them.
Oh, yeah. Screening your call.
Yeah, they screen your call, man. I mean, it's like the second or third time we've tried to have the guy on the show, man. Coach Noel.
I mean, it is what it is. He's trying to tell you something.
Hey, I was voting for you, Coach. You might not get my vote. I ain't the coach of the year.
If they show you who they are, that's who they are.
We talked about the boys already. We're gonna talk about the girls 5A. We had Coach White from Dale City, but the girls 5A come in with I think El Reno will be the number 1 team. Midwood City be number 2. I think after that it gets kind of tough. I think Booker T or Will Rogers could fall 3 and 4.
Real Rogers, where is
Will
that?
Rogers, man.
Isn't that in Tulsa?
Yeah, Tulsa. RUW McCorder's daughter used to play there, so they've been there. They beat Carl Albert a couple times in the first round of the playoffs. I think. Then you got Carl Albert, Coweta, Booker T, Sapopa. Sapopa's the team that won it. Still got some girls still there from that team that won it, so we don't count them out. And Will Rogers, like I said, the team has been there. All these teams looking to win the championship.
Talking your mic, Tony.
All these teams are looking to win the championship. Sapopa's it's the team that won it last year, but I think El Reno, I think Midwood City could be right there. I think the hottest team in this whole tournament is Dale City, but they're still young. First time they punched their ticket since 2020, since COVID. Coach White has done a good job, but sometimes the youngest can hurt you. It also can help you, but it also can hurt you. So hopefully one of those teams can come out next Saturday with the gold ball. We're gonna go into the boys 5A. Another deep class. You got Crossing, probably the number 1 team.
Yeah.
They're just good, man.
I actually want to watch them play.
I tell you what the good
They're
thing.
nice.
Huh?
So I want to
they're
watch
nice.
Crossing
They're good.
play.
Yeah.
The thing about Crossing guys is that they got 2 bigs, they got point guards, and they got 6, 7 guys. They play 12 deep. We had Coach on. They play 12 deep, and they got 6, 7, 8 guys that even the bigs can shoot the 3. But they got 2 bigs at 6'5" and 6'8", and no one else in this bracket. I think Ederson got a couple of kids. I was kind of watching some film on them this morning. That's a team that beat some people. I think knocked off Booker T. So I think Ederson's gonna be a team that you got to watch out for. I think Carl Albert, they got all the pieces. Still kind of slack on big men. They lost one of the big men. He left, and I don't even think he got to finish his season. But he left and didn't get eligible at the next school he went to. So as I said, sometimes make sure you know what you're doing before you pack up and leave. And he left, and so he's not going to get to finish his senior season. But I think Carl Albert got the pieces with the Reynolds. He's starting to get hot from the outside, so him shooting the ball. But I think Dell City's a team's kind of like the girls, man. Lenny Hatchett has been there. He's won a state championship, a couple of them. It's 1-1 in 6A, 1 in 5A, 1-1 last year with Dell City with Brandon Garrison, the outstanding star at Oklahoma State. But now, you know, he started off kind of slow. He had two great prices move in. Like the prices right at the right time during basketball season. The Graham brothers, which you know a lot about them as they played football at Westmore. But the guy MJ, the kid is just lightning quick, man. I'm just telling you right now. If you're in 5A, you might as well go and give Dell City the 4x1
on the track
relay state champions because you know with the Graham brothers and then with Fields and then with Rodney and Brandon Adamia, Coach Jones. I don't even think he got to go to practice. He can just sit in his truck and watch him with binoculars because I mean that's how fast and good they are. But Dell City's boys with Lenny Hatchett. You know, he'll have him right there in the mix of, you know, trying to get back to another state championship and win it. Middle City's boys, I mean, they're sitting really good. Was hoping to get Coach Noel. He could talk about them. I mean, he's led by a lot of, you know, underclassmen. I think he only has two seniors, you know, Henderson and, you know, Brian Williams as his guys. To, you know, two seniors in the whole group, all those players. You know, the other night they got down by El Reno by 12 points and win double overtime to beat El Reno to punch their ticket. No, I'm sorry, not El Reno, but Guthrie to punch their ticket to the state championship. So they didn't have to play on Saturday because high win. If you won on Thursday night or Friday night, you didn't have to play Saturday. If you lost, you had to come back and play. If you lost, you got out. If you won the Saturday game, you moved on to the state championship. But Dell City did that last night. Carl Albert did that because Dell City got beat, you know, earlier game, and then Crossing, you know, knocked off Carl Albert. Booker T, you know, they're always going to be great athletes. One of the better teams in the state. I think they got one of the best records in the state. Collinsville don't know much about them. Edison Prep. Like I said, they got a guard about 6'2", 6'3" that can go a little bit. And Holland Hall, another team. Going down to the girls, we 4A. You know, I think the team in girls 4A that is going to be Lincoln Christian. Bethany's good. They got a couple girls that's D1 prospect. Douglas, a shout out to them. What is that? Lotus Grove.
Locust Grove. Yeah.
So you got how you pronounce it? Alalula.
4A girls.
Yeah.
Inola.
Glenpool, Tuttle. Tuttle's always good. You know, I think they got a girl that's committed to go D1. Stillwell. I think Lincoln Christian and Douglas. I mean, Lincoln Christian and Bethany. I played for the state championship. Douglas, congratulations to them for making it in Lotus Grove. Then the boys, you look at the boys, you got Weatherford. North Rock Creek is a new school there in Shawnee. It's doing big things, so it tells you how good they are. It's Douglas boys, you know, with what he already had, the coach already had over there, Alexander already had over there. Then you add the young man from Millwood to come over to them, so that just gives them the power punch. You got Tulsa McLean, Anadarko, Blanchard, Perkins, Tehran, and Stillwell. So I would probably pick Douglas out of that group to win it. And then you go down to girls 3A. This is going to be really interesting. You got Bethel, Adair, Alva, Rowland, Idabel, Washington, and Jones. You look at Jones, Washington, Idabel, and Bethel. Bethel started off slow, but they punched the ticket to get in. So out of that whole group, you know, you never count the lady with the green jacket out. She's won 3 in a row. She hangs on the back of the wall back there. Coach Jenny Holbrook with Jones. She knows how to win. The girls have been there, even though she got some young girls. But if you've been in that big house and played in the big house, you know what the big house is all about. So would the stage be too big for Washington? It would be too big for Idabel. I think Idabel is probably the best team in that class. But if I had to give it up, I'm gonna try to give it up to to Washington. And I think Jenny she comes up short this year. But like I said, any of those teams can win it. But I think Washington's a better team. Then going into boys, Metro Christian, you got Metro Christian, Idabel, Millwood, OCS. Kingsville, Cassia Hall, Victor Christian, and I guess that's Mount St. Mary. That's what JD took a job at. So JD gets to probably, hopefully he can hold up a gold ball for his boys, but I don't think so. I'm about to go win them Christian schools, man. Today is Sunday, so you got to go to the Lord's church. So I don't know. Millwood, you know, losing their great player to Douglas. I don't know what they still got, but you know they've been there, done it, won it. So I think that class is up for grabs. And you go 2A. You know, really ain't gonna get into 2A because you know why? You know why we not getting into 2A?
What?
I mean, who's gonna beat Dale?
Oh yeah, true.
I mean,
Boys and girls, yeah.
So, I mean, everybody is there for participation, written like it's
So YMCA?
But we're gonna have to go with Dale boys and girls compete and win another state championship. So that's the basketball, folks. Like I said, sorry, I couldn't get Coach Noel on, man. Like I said, he's probably window protection.
He's a
Witness protection.
He's a busy man, I guess.
Busy man. I understand you got them babies and all that. So it is what it is. Anything y'all want to talk about before we get out of here?
No. I'm hungry.
I am hungry.
What you plan on eating?
I've been fasting. It's time to break my fast.
Probably Arby's.
He said Arby's.
People hate on Arby's. I don't know why. I like Arby's.
I like Arby's.
Get a
roast beef.
the French dip. You gotta get a. I get a
French. What I get?
I get a French dip, or their gyros are good too. Have you never had their gyros? Their gyros really aren't bad.
Where's the Arby's at around here?
There's one on Choctaw on 23rd.
I hate Choctaw.
There's one in Midwest City off. There's one in Del City. There's one in Midwest City.
Right next to Billy's.
Yeah.
Barbershop. There you go.
But I gotta go up to football practice or 7-on-7 or whatever.
Practice what? 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. Don't be late.
What? So who do y'all got on your 7-on-7 team? Same kids as last year for the most part.
Yeah, we're doing 2 teams. We got an 8th grade team. I think we got a quarterback that moved in from Choctaw.
What's
little brother?
Oh, okay.
Cantrell. You got him and you got Jace Forger, be our 2 QBs. We got some good receivers. Like I said, I missed last week, so today I get the first time I get to see him.
Oh, so you're not coaching?
I got that team too.
What's it? Oh, okay. Oh, so you got more than one team. Okay, I see. With Elijah and
those guys. So that'd be my freshman JV team. They'll call them that.
Yep.
So
what's the name of the team?
The Carl Albert team, the 8th grade team is gonna be Carl Albert. The other team will be called OKC Jump Nation. Deshaun said they want to change the name something else. I really don't care.
Why not keep it 100? They can put our logo on there.
Nah, because I don't like some of those kids.
He keeps it 100, folks.
Just kidding. Baseball started up. High school baseball started
Yeah.
up, so we'll talk a little bit about that. Wrestling finished up last week.
Track just started this past weekend.
My baby girl's playing tennis. She'll be playing doubles next.
Heck yeah.
She gonna do tennis or track?
Tennis was the only sport I played that I ever got a medal in.
Yeah.
So
I love her running the Open 400, so she'll run that 4 and probably run that 4x2. So that's it. I mean,
is she gonna train? Was she gonna track practice?
She's gonna track practice. She stretches really good.
He says she stretches.
I mean, if it gets too heavy, we're gonna just hey, we're about to go in a deep run in AAU basketball. We'll be going all over. We like Puff Daddy all across the world.
Don't say Puff Daddy.
Yeah, Puff Daddy. He's in some stuff right now.
Puff Mom. Puff somebody, whatever. Sorry, Puffy. Hope you get out of trouble. I'm upset. Keith Sweat was supposed to be here last night, and he didn't make it.
It last. He didn't make it last forever.
He didn't make it last forever. How do you have a concert then you reschedule September 15th?
Who is this?
Keith Sweat.
Oh,
things.
Hey, I'm having to go. I was supposed to go to the Drake and J. Cole concert in January, and it's rescheduled. Now it'll be in a couple weeks, March 18th. So
yeah. You going here?
Yeah, Paycom Center.
That's a good concert. He's doing it 2 nights in a row. So,
yeah. Well, I've been a J. Cole fan my whole life, or I say my whole life, but ever since I started really getting into music. And I told myself, if he ever comes to Oklahoma City, I mean, I'm going to pay whatever the amount, and I did. So
that's big time.
Those tickets were pretty expensive.
Well,
got some good seats though.
That's it, folks. Well, we appreciate you. Next time we get on, we'll be talking about who's a state champion in basketball, and go from there. But like I said, thank you for always listening, tuning in, subscribing to Keep It 100 Oklahoma High School Sports. I love the tweets that we get from other schools. I know Mustang young lady, their little outstanding player Maya has been tagging me and some of her stuff. So congratulations to her and her team punching their ticket to go to state. Coach Bass, a great coach over there. So thank you for doing that. I've got some young listeners just coming on board asking about the show. My man Tate, he asked about it. He wants to sit where Jonah's sitting at. He's like, man, I can get in there and talk sports too. I know a lot of stuff, Tony. Daddy.
Who's this?
I have to have you on. John Wade's son.
Oh, okay.
Wade. So it's funny. He came to me a couple weeks ago. We was at a basketball game. He comes up to me. He goes, hey. I said, yes, sir. He said, will you follow me on Twitter? I said, yeah, I'll follow you. He goes, hey, you think Zoe will too?
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, she probably will. I mean, you gotta ask her.
Yeah.
I mean?
Okay.
So,
I see Tate.
Tate making this move, huh?
Yeah.
Tate like that chocolate, huh?
Man.
a half and half.
What they call it? What's it
Cappuccino.
called? Cappuccino, yeah.
Okay, Tate. I see.
Well, folks, we're gonna get us out of here. Sorry we didn't get Coach Noel, but I think I'm gonna try to have Lenny Hatchett on this Wednesday night, and kind of do a show like I did last week with Coach.
You going to talk to was it Carl Albert in Midwest City last week?
Yeah, I got Carl Albert, had Coach Knight on, and Coach Richie on. Both of them punched their tickets to the state championship. Said, folks, if you're talking to me, you get your ticket punched.
Yeah,
that's what happens. If you diss me,
oh, what you trying to say?
I'm just saying. We keep it what?
100.
We out.
All right, see ya.